Good morning. Welcome in. Let's do coffee and a card. Let's do clearing first. Wow. Hey, how's everyone's morning going? Mine's been okay. I was up late, I slept in. Now we're back. Let's do coffee. Oh my. That was good. And a card. What is in the cards for us today, God? Spirit in the highest living light. What is in the cards for us today? What is it? The Hermit. Wow, look at how tall he is. But self-contained. It's crazy. That's what I'm noticing. Let's read it. Walking barefoot, a sign of deep humility. The fool re-enters the scene having completed part of his journey. The hermit's figure of an old man, wearing the red robe, is symbolic of having completed a cycle of spiritual evolution in the esoteric sense. He is Merlin in Celtic mythology. Ooh. An evolved soul who held the light of conscience for his race. He taught King Arthur Pendragon of Cornwall the craft of true kingship. Wow, this is strong. I need to clear my nose. My throat is closing up. I feel somebody who went in within themselves. And as they came out, I feel like somebody who went in within themselves, loved themselves so deeply. And as they decided to then emerge with that self-love, all these toxins start coming out also along with their own truth. It's crazy. This could be figuratively, spiritually, literally. So self-acceptance will, the body, if you really truly accept yourself, your entire body is, you may even stop experiencing certain symptoms because of this deep self-acceptance and love. It happens all the time. Wow. So, the hermit is a solitary figure in the spiritual sense, but it can be the means of perfecting the self-discipline so necessary to evolve at all. Merlin holds a lamp to light the way for others, and its light is reflected from the solar disk, the light of creation. The staff he carries is the staff of faith, a symbol of allegiance to God. The hermit is a holy man, hence the association with religion. But the card can also signify an adherence to understanding the fundamental principles by which to live a good and honest life. The hermit's lamp is symbolic of finding a path through life without the darkness and despair of loneliness, which pervades the souls of all mankind. The Celts lived during a period of history when man was still experiencing the darkness of ignorance and superstition. Their religion is not easily defined, but followed a series of assimilating various cultures, starting with the megalithic peoples, who built the great stone monuments and occupied Western Europe from Scandinavia to the Straits of Gibraltar. To the ancient Greeks, whose own origins are equally obscure. Ooh. Druidism certainly evolved in Britain and eventually became a center of learning for all Druids. This is strong. This is meant to be read. So listen, enjoy the art. The astrological sign of Virgo is associated with this card, the Celtic sign of the vine. It symbolizes a critical self-awareness, a need to discover and eliminate imperfections of character. Wow. And then impurities then come out. And then also figuratively, the impure aspects or connections in your life are also purged, cold, and cut. Your life is being pruned for more. by your own choice. Wow. The driving force is servitude and abstinence, a cleansing program designed to purify the soul. The sign of Virgo is also linked to vegetarian beliefs, a practice or way of life followed by the Druids. This card certainly deals with prudence and discrimination. Resonates so hard, you guys. Let's keep going. The Aquarian has reached an important period of his or her life. The path ahead may indeed be a lonely one if he or she decides to follow the spirit of the card. In more practical terms, Aquarians may decide to serve others in the community with a renewed faith. The essence of the card is difficult to define for the individual. Like religion, it can evoke a tremendous faith or leave the Aquarian even more determined to go his or her own way. It shows an acceptance of self-worth. Well, a point of self-realization has been reached. Divine inspiration is forthcoming, which strengthens resolve. Wisdom of the soul becomes an individual asset and provides a vital clue to a greater wisdom and vision. The Aquarian may have already experienced the loneliness of the Hermit and may be ready to teach others. This definitely resonates for me. How about you guys? Let's get a wisdom of the oracle. Let's go. If I never had gone into that Hermit energy, that Virgo Hermit energy, I never would have given myself or you the grace to sit here and take the time to read out something like that. I also would never have had the resolve and self-understanding to go beyond trends. It's way too much for me to focus on trends. I knew that if I were going to bring any value, I'm not one of those people that could jump on these waves or these bandwagons. Had to go in, had to accept all of my quirks in order to bring them to you. All of everything that brings me joy, and recognize anything that hindered my expression of joy and togetherness with other people. Had to really understand myself inwardly and my own boundaries. And that's why I'm able to be here with you now. So Virgo, the Hermit, it represents an honesty and self-acceptance, as we read. And the deeper you accept yourself, the deeper you'll be accepted in your other resonant relationships in the highest living light. What is the wisdom of the oracle? Community. You'll probably be accepted now in a community more fitting to you. Let's read it. Number 8. You are discovering the essential qualities that you share with another, and perhaps also those you don't share. All about autonomy. There are times when you follow and the other person leads, and times when you lead and the other follows. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another. Accepting the truth that everyone has flaws is part of that dance. Yet you are also being asked to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. You're in the perfect place to make changes in order to experience the best version of who you can be together. So this is nice. This is an omen of togetherness after a long period of separation and isolation, to then come back as a more pure version of yourself. Beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong. How do you dim your light or change yourself so others will accept you in the group? Do you hide who you really are in order to play a role within the larger whole? This will never fulfill you. Wow, okay, these are guides coming through, okay? Being very serious about you loving yourself first and foremost. Now is the time to assess your willingness to be real. Stand tall. Be you. Authenticity is true self-expression and the only way to empower yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself and step into the role your heart tells you to take. Making yourself small bears too high a cost. Whoa. I love you guys. Let's end with the bell again, okay? Que Dios nos bendiga. Okay?